Hey everyone, so in my previous video I've shown you that how we can hack into JWT tokens, right? Now in this particular video we are going to see a different approach to hack into JWT tokens. But before going into this video, let me remind you guys that I am running two courses on Udemy. The first one is hacking Windows with Python from scratch, where you will learn how to hack Windows machine by creating your own custom tool in Python that will be undetectable by any antiviruses till now. And the second course is on Bug Bounty, the ultimate guide to hunt account takeovers, where I have described everything related to account takeover from the scratch to the advanced level. You will learn about everything related to account takeover, like what is account takeover vulnerability, how we can find it in real world scenario. Also, we will see some real world cases inside this course. So go ahead and check out this course if you want to. And with that being said, let's get started for this video. So first of all, let me close all this, and the first thing that we need to do is we need to head over to our website, which is bepractical.tech. Bepractical.tech. So over here you will find awesome labs related to cybersecurity and web development, and I'm going to show you one of those labs which can be exploited by abusing the JWT tokens. So we just need to head over to the cyber section. Let me click on that. And here, as you can see, currently we have account takeover labs. Also, if you want to check out this lab, you can go ahead. The link will be given in the description, and you will find all these labs in the website, and you can go ahead and check them out and increase your bug bounty skills. Now, the lab that we are going to hack today is this particular lab, Void. So we're going to hack into Void. So let me just open it. And as you can see, we have this application. Now, as I've told you before, the basic thing and the first thing that we need to do if we want to find account takeover is we need to look for each and every functionality that is directly or indirectly dealing with the account takeover, dealing with the authentication flow, right? So here we have three functionality: the login functionality, the registration functionality, and the forgot password functionality, right? So the first thing that we should do is we should create an account. So this is what I'm going to do here. I'm just going to create an account. Let's say batman@catman.com, for example, and the password will be my name, Fayyaz, and let us just register this. As you can see, it is showing that you are registered successfully, right? Now just go back to login. Sorry. And now let us try to log into this application. Before that, let me fire up my burp suite so that we can understand the flow of request and response going in between, right? So let us just wait for a few seconds. And as you can see, the burp suite is up and running. Now let us just configure it real quick. So I'm gonna configure it now from burp suite, and let's turn off the proxy for a while. Now the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to log in into the account, right? So the email was batman@catman.com, and the password is Fayyaz. Let me just intercept this so that we can understand what is going in between. I'm just gonna forward this, and as you can see, this is the request. We have a post request going to this particular endpoint, and we have these many parameters going with them, and the email parameter and the password, and login equals to true. Let us just see the response of it to understand it with more depth. So as you can see, in the response we got a JWT token assigned to us, right? As you can see over here, and success equals to 1, right? Now let us just forward this, and we should be redirected to our dashboard, right? So as you can see, we are redirected to our dashboard, and here's the email address and the password, right? Now what we need to do is we need to analyze the JWT token carefully so that we can break it. Now I'm just gonna stop this, and let me just refresh it so that we can send this to repeater and analyze its behavior. So let's wait. Okay, I think we need to do it again. Yeah, so let us just intercept it again. Yeah, as you can see, we have this particular endpoint. Now let's send this to repeater. So let me maximize it, and let's send this to repeater, and let's send the request. And as you can see in the response, we got the data. And let us try to analyze the request first. So in the cookie, we can see that there is JWT token assigned, right? So in most cases, you'll find that JWT token is assigned in some kind of header, like X API, X token, something like that, right? Bearer token, something like that. So in our case, the JWT token is assigned over here, and we need to break into it so that we can hack into the admin's account, right? As you can see, we need to hack into the admin's account. So the first thing that we need to do is we should send this particular data to decoder, right? So I'm just going to copy this, Control C, and let's paste this to Control V. And as you can see, we have this data. So the algorithm which is in use is HS256. We have these many data. So the email is over here. So we need to modify this email to the admin's account, which is admin@bpractical.tech. Now to do that, we need to somehow find the signature, right? Because without signature, or without the private key or the public key, we won't be able to find the sign the JWT token, right? So since it is HS256, we need to find a public key or the secret key. But in our case, we won't be able to find anything because this server is not leaking anywhere the private or public key, right? The secret key basically. So in that case, we can do some other methods, like here we can simply get rid of this particular signature just like this, and in the algorithm we can just type none. And if this JWT token is vulnerable to none algorithm attack, then we should be able to assign this JWT token, and it should be acceptable by the server. So let's encode this in base64. We have this data. Let us copy this and let us paste this. Before that, sorry, it's over here. So let us paste this over here and let us send this request. And as you can see, it is showing 500 internal server error, right? Which means there has been some mistake. Let us get rid of this double equals to and see what happens. Okay, it is again showing that there is some issue. So the main issue over here is that we should see we have no dots over here, right? Yeah, so I think there's some issue while encoding it. Yeah. So I think what we should do basically is we should just copy this data. We have this data, and let us paste this again. So sometimes this will happen because we simply missed the dot over here, right? Now if you send this, it should be acceptable by the server. Okay, it is again showing me that it is simply because we have one more dot missing over here, as you can see. So we need to check that as well. So we can do one thing. Let's get back. So these are some problems that you may face, right? So instead of just editing the whole JWT, we can just copy the main data file and we can simply just edit that. Copy this, send it over here, and as you can see, and instead of this batman@catman.com, let us provide admin@bpractical.tech, and okay, yeah, and it's fine. And let us encode it back to base64. Let us copy this and let us paste it right over here, right? And now we need to copy this as well, and let us paste it here, and we need to modify it to none, right, to see whether this JWT token is vulnerable to the none algorithm attack. And I think we should encode it to base64. Let us copy this data and let us paste it over here. Let us replace this with the new JWT, and now let's send this and see what happens. Yeah, as you can see, again it is showing that there is some error because we have not get rid of this particular signature, right? So we need to get rid of this, and eventually we should be able to see it working if it's vulnerable, right? As you can see, the response is now 200. Okay, right, which means that this is accepted by the server. So we can see the response in the browser. So let me show you. As you can see, and if you see over here, we are logged in into the admin's account, right? So sorry. So I hope that you have understood that how we can hack into JWT tokens by abusing the algorithm, by modifying the algorithm to none. So if you guys have any doubts, if you guys have any issues, then feel free to comment your doubt in the comment section of YouTube. Also, do join our Telegram channel if you want to stay updated with the latest technology and trends currently going in cybersecurity or web development, or if you want to discuss something or have a discussion in the community, then go ahead and join our Telegram group. You will see the link will be given in the description, as well as you can see it right on your screen. Now, with that being said, thanks for watching.